Welcome to This Week in South Carolina. I'm Gavin Jackson. Education has been a top issue at the State House since the term quarter of shame was first said. But usually any type of reform legislation never makes much traction. This year may be the session that changes, with the governor, House, and Senate all agreeing it's time for reform. And just kind of speaking about this bill, I mean, it's been a couple weeks now since it's been out. It's been very tenuous, very rocky road for all involved, including teachers who felt like they didn't really necessarily have that much input in the beginning. Moving forward with amendments on both of these bills, the House and the Senate bill, do you think that a lot of those concerns from teachers have been mitigated from what you've heard?
I think so. I think we got to a point where we just had to stop talking about what had happened in the past. But the reality is everyone has had a lot of input here in the last few weeks, and the bill has improved. The Speaker has been very open to amendments, as has the Senate, and the bill is improving as we go through the process. So teachers have been heard. I think educators across the state, citizens have been heard, and changes have been made and are still being made to the bill. So it's getting better and better as we've moved through the process.
Was that kind of a reasoning behind having that press conference we saw the other week with the governor and all y'all?
It was, just to say, look, we need this. We need a revolution in education, a transformation for sure, and let's work together. We know it's not a perfect bill yet, and it probably won't ever be totally perfect, but we're going to work together to get it as close as we can to meet the needs of all the students and teachers, schools and districts across the state.
Do you think part of that is also the Teachers' Bill of Rights that's kind of being incorporated into the bill?
Yeah, I think that. But when I meet with teachers, they talk about salary, of course, but they also talk about support. And for them, that means things like having an SRO in every school, a school resource officer, or having a mental health counselor in every school, access to telepsychiatry. So we're working on that. We've set a goal that we would reach that for all schools in South Carolina by 2022. It's very doable, and we're well on the way. Resource officers, the House has already appropriated in their budget that's being discussed now additional funding for SROs. So we have about 350 schools out of 1,200 plus that don't have resource officers. With this additional funding, we should be getting really, really close to covering every school in the state.
And speaking of teacher pay raises, obviously that's a big reason for a lot of this moving forward. Additional money also in the budget for that. The House budget has put about $160 million already in their version of the budget to increase pay raises on a somewhat of sliding scale, just based on how long the teacher's been there. The biggest pay raises would be for new teachers. Is that a big way to retain these teachers that have been leaving?
I think it is. I think we've got to do something there. We're low compared to our neighboring states on beginning salaries to attract young people into the field. I think the reality that people need to be reminded of is how strong the economy is right now, and history shows us that whenever there's a strong economy, lots of jobs, lots of opportunities, there's usually a teacher shortage. We have to be competitive, and we're really not competitive now. So absolutely building to that beginning salary, and we have to remember across the board though to retain those teachers. We don't want to favor too much one group at the discredit of others. So we've got to do something for all of our teachers. Currently the bill does have that, and that's what I support.
Is that the main way of retaining teachers, or what other options are we looking at to help kind of keep them?
I think the mental health counselors, that's the biggest thing that I hear that would help with discipline, would help with issues that are coming into the classroom when the teachers say, I can't teach because I'm having to spend too much time on other things, whether it's discipline, whether it's paperwork, anything that we can do. Including a major thing of reducing testing. Teachers and parents and students and me, we all say that we have too much testing going on. So this bill does reduce assessments. I'm totally in favor of that, and continuing to look at ways that we can reduce testing assessments so that teachers can have more time in the classroom to really do what they love, and that's teach.
If you like this discussion and would like to hear more, visit us at scetv.org/This Week in South Carolina for the entire discussion. I'm Gavin Jackson. Thanks for watching.